Hello everyone, so this video will be cover the load items tab. So I'm just going to jump in the file here and go to the settlement tab, and you'll find it under loan items. So I would like to think I was in it, so defaulted to that. Um, so basically this tab is designated for the lender fees that were given. Um, so you know, generally we're working off one loan. So we defaults to new loan number one. If you have a second loan, it would have two. Um, One thing though is that the system currently, the next update will be able to handle two different CDs, but this version currently cannot. So similar to snap close is that if you want a second CD, we're going to have to create an A file to do that, and basically do the same process on an A file for the second CD, um, just so you guys know. But just for these purposes of the video, we'll assume it's one loan, and so basically the I don't know if you have a load in here. Yeah, it looks like this file doesn't have a load. I'm just going to put something in here. Okay, this is auto calculates the when you add the loan and make changes, it does the premium and it adds any endorsements for you. So basically, you'll see now it has a $500,000 loan here on the file. Um, but generally, that should already be done for you guys. I'm just adding so we can see it here. So basically, you'll see here's all the fees that automatically populated on this file. This is a file that was opened up early on, and it does have a bunch of fees, and I cleaned this up, so new files going forward should be much cleaner and not have as many items. But we're just going to work on this for now. It doesn't make a difference really. You don't need to, just because they're here doesn't mean you need to populate them. So generally, usually most files have an origination fee. Um, and so basically what most like everything else, you basically highlight the line you want to work on, and you'll see down here the information. So you just you could put the fee in however you want. Let's say it's a 3,000 fee, um, and depending on the what's going on with the fee. Like if it's a fee, I know sometimes origination fees paid out to a broker. In this case, you'd want to probably either list it as where you're printing a single check for $3,000 to a broker, or if you're merging it with a bunch of different checks to a broker, you'd use one of these group things where you basically, for all the checks going to a specific payee, you choose one of the groups. So if you have, for instance, a broker on a file, ABC broker, getting 5 different checks on all of his checks, you'd select group 4. So if we were entering them here, we'd select group 4. But I think for our scenario here, we're going to have net 1, and that's reserved for the fee getting netted from the lender wire, which I'm sure you guys are used to checking that box to the LR box. I think it is in Snapcode where it's lender retained. Same concept on this is where if you choose net 1, this $3,000 is going to get netted from our $500,000 wire. And what you have to do is choose the lender in the file. So there is no lender in the file, so I'm going to add one really quick. So again, this should already be done for you guys, but just so you know, any person that we're cutting a check to in a file in ResWare has to be a partner on the file. So this is good for security. It's good for you guys, so you don't cut a check to somebody that shouldn't be getting a check. So again, I'm just going to hit L to jump to the L's, to jump down to lenders. And I'm just going to select, search for Bank of America here. There's a bunch of here, so whatever. Let's select. So it's going to choose. So basically what that did is it assigned now, if you go here to General tab, we're going to see the lender, Bank of America, and it should, I think it defaulted all the fees to Bank of America, so it's a pretty good feature. So all the standard lender fees, they're now going to choose Bank of America, so you don't have to choose a partner in a file. So so that's how you would handle that. I know sometimes they have the origination fee POC by the lender going to a broker. So if it was, you'd say yes, POC whatever, and choose the partner type to the mortgage broker if there was one on the file. And this $3,000 would actually be, the system knows to add it to the wire now. So when it's calculating the wire, it's going to add the 3,000 because it's in this net one. But for, we're going to say no, it's not being POC. And then you just come down again. There's the loan discount. You could put this in here, whatever it would be. And then standard, the appraisal fee. If you need to override the partner, it's going to drawing a blank on the the appraisals, whatever, Credco. Actually, it shouldn't. Sorry, you guys might not have this box. I'm so used to me having. It's going to be line description here. So the Credco. Again, I don't even know if it depends. It depends on the lender, but usually you don't have to worry about updating the payees on the CDs anymore if the fees being netted from the wire, because generally the lenders now are producing their own CDs. So you're primarily concerned with making sure your bottom line matches their bottom line. And again, if the fees being netted, it's more about getting total fee in there correctly. So and I know sometimes we have the appraisal fee is partially POC. So here you'd say here, and say the buyer paid 50 POC. It automatically updates it there, and it would update it on the CD. So that's how you could do that. You have the credit report, same idea. Just put the total in, whatever. If you need to change a partner, you could do that. Change it, override the line description on the CD. You come here. Some of these are defaulting. I'll try to remember to update this, but this one defaults to group, but you probably want to usually tax service is netted from the wire, so you change to the net. So yeah, you just come down. It depends on what the fees the lender gives you. Do that. Put the appropriate lender fees in. The HOI. This is a good example of something. You look at defaults to group netting. You probably want to change this to print because we're usually, changing the. We're doing it. How much we're paying somebody like Geico or whoever. So we're going to change a partner to homeowners. Let's see what we have in here so far. So we only have a few of these in, but as you guys add them, we'll have more and more to choose from. And whatever, 1,200. Commitment fee, etc. Depends on, again, what the lender gives you. It's pretty self-explanatory. Once you have the fee, you can put it in. Let's say you have something that a line item that's not on here. You'll click on new. But I think it's pulling everything. But let's say it's like just something, not an unusual fee that I can't think off the top of my head. You would use this other loan fee, add that, and you could have the description here however you want, like additional underwriting fee, and change how you want the line description to read, and put whatever here. So you would use, basically, I guess, long story short, is use the other loan fee for any miscellaneous fees that lenders might give you that you need to use it for. I think we were up to the HOI, so HOI, got that in. Looks like it pulled twice, but again, I cleaned this up, so new files going forward, it shouldn't have that issue. And I'm looking for the at the bottom here. Okay, so we got our interest here. Again, you could change the description of what the days are. If they wanted to, spell it out, like it's from whatever 4/1 to 4/20, the closing date. You could check here, have it here. But the key thing for us is just to get the right bottom line. Actually, I'm sorry, I didn't see this here. You can put the dates in here. So, do this here. Put the per diem in. It's going to auto-populate there. Again, netting from the wire, and then here you put your if you got MIP fee, homeowner insurance fee, the months you want to collect. If it's 3 months, payment per month, $60, and we're probably going to be netting this. So net one again. So yeah, do that there. Taxes here, the aggregate adjustment. Taxes, same idea. Collect, let's say collecting 4 months, 1,200. It's gonna, deduct it there, and your aggregate adjustment. It might be whatever, -6. So, basically, I think you guys get the general idea. You're gonna, whatever fees the lender gives you, you're gonna throw it on here. And if you have a scenario where the lender's POCing and for whatever reason, you'll click here and type in what it is, who's POC. I think so this will be a buyer debit group, lender, and it will update it there. All right, the language there. Again, so yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff here, but the newer files should have it should be much cleaner, no duplicates. And like if you had to add a miscellaneous fee that's not appearing, click new and select one of these. I would recommend just the other loan fee here, and just rename it appropriately. And if you have a fee that's coming up time and time again, let us know and we'll add it in here. But I think we got most of it covered, the standard fees. So I think that's pretty much it for now. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.